In this video, I'll be talking about one of the biggest obstacles freelancers face every day: procrastination. We'll discover how procrastination occurs, and I'll share some techniques and ideas on how to deal with procrastination in short and, most important, in a long term. This video is also part of 7-day challenge sheet series, so at the end of this video I'll be giving away a personalized challenge sheet so you can start to execute towards your goals. Hey guys, this is Janis from Driven by Goal, helping you to achieve your goals. On this channel we teach freelancers how to become more confident and more productive so you can get more quality work. Let's face it, being a freelancer is not easy because there is nobody keeping a close eye on what you do. From one side it's great because you got more freedom and flexibility, but sometimes it feels like everything is out there just to distract you from getting your work done. From social media to Netflix to video games, etc. Other times it seems near impossible to finish the projects that you're working on because of your procrastination. Well, this is something you have to handle as a freelancer daily. Otherwise you might see your profits fall and your customers running left and right because there is not a single person willing to work with procrastinating freelancer who can't meet the project deadlines. So let's move on to find out what procrastination really is and how you can deal with it to boost your productivity. So what is procrastination? Psychologists attribute procrastination to a mechanism of coping with anxiety associated with starting or completing any task or decision. Meanwhile, what really happens in your brain is that your mind's pleasure receptors take control over your decisions, causing you to watch that funny video instead of working. By allowing our thoughts and feelings to influence our actions, we give in to instant gratification, resulting in procrastination. If we allow ourselves to fall into the trap that is the habit of procrastination, we may never have a life of productivity that we want to achieve. For one, by procrastinating from doing our work as freelancers, we will not have enough time in a day to do all the things that needs to be done. With only 17 hours or less of conscious time spent in a day, procrastination fills it with the useless activities that don't add value to our long-term goals, regardless of the amount of effort that we put in at the end of the day. This destructive behavior is further compounded by the fact that you will convince yourself that what's done is done and lead to more time wasting. This behavior can build up daily and soon turn into the habit that will dictate your life. A week can pass in a flash, and yet you have nothing to show for it. No progression, no results, and you're left with a day or two to rush to finish the project. If these examples sound familiar to you, or if you don't want to find yourself in a position of procrastinating, then it's probably time to take some steps to prevent procrastination from taking control over your life. Some of the techniques that I will share in this video will be quick fixes that you can use straight away, just in case if you've been procrastinating for hours or so and now you're looking for advice on how to fix it. But most important, I wanted to share some ideas to help you to see the procrastination in a bigger picture. Because I believe that you don't want to find yourself in a position of procrastinating and then looking for quick fixes how to fix it. Instead, the idea behind this video is bigger than that. I think we have to focus on our environment so that we don't find ourselves in this position in the first place. So instead of focusing on how to fix it, we'll be focusing on how to prevent it from happening in the future. So how to beat procrastination? Big idea number one. Look at the things that you're doing. Let me ask you a simple question. From a scale from 1 to 10, how much do you like the job you're currently doing? With a 1 being absolutely hating it, and with a 10 being absolutely loving your job. From my experience, if I work on the tasks that I like and they are on a 6 to 9 range, I normally tend not to procrastinate at all. And even if I do get distracted, then it's very easy for me to get back on the track and carry on what I had started. But if I have tasks in a range from 3 to 5 that I don't really enjoy that much, then I find it so much more difficult to stay focused on them. And even slightest distraction can drive my focus and attention away from the tasks, and it's really hard to get back on them. It's always like that. It's almost like universal law. I believe that if you do the things that you like more, you can remove most of your procrastination straight away. Of course, it's not that easy because it requires planning well in advance. And when there is no more work that you would like to do, you have to do whatever you can get. But nonetheless, you should always do everything that you can to put yourself in a position where you have enough work that you like and enjoy doing. And most of the times that means educating yourself in this particular field and becoming top expert in this field. By doing that, you will ensure that the clients are looking for your expertise and coming back with some more work. Number 2 is getting stuck. A typical situation when people start to procrastinate is when they get stuck. You know that feeling when you're in the flow, you're doing a task, and then for some reason you're having to stop. This is where you break the flow, and this is a big chance that you will start to procrastinate right in that moment. Now there is several reasons why people get stuck, and I'll try to describe a few of them so you can notice them when they happen and take action. Number 1 is making decisions. When we make decisions, we have to commit to something. And it's not easy because sometimes we have to make decisions based on limited information. So what we tend to do is to delay this process and replace it with procrastination so we don't have to commit to anything. Number 2, avoiding stress and anxiety. Our brain is programmed to avoid any kind of stress and anxiety. So if you start to worry about what's the outcome of the project is going to be, or whether you're going to be able to meet the project's deadline, you will trigger these emotions. In that moment, your brain, what will want to do is to avoid these situations at any cost. So if you're not disciplined, you will start to procrastinate and avoid dealing with these situations. Number 3, hitting experience wall. Now, sometimes we take on jobs that is above our expertise. And if we want to grow, that is the right thing to do the things that you haven't done before. But as much as it is a great chance to grow, it is also a potential trap that you can fall in and start to procrastinate. Now, normally when you start to work on new things, like things you haven't done before, it's usually a very interesting and exciting process at the beginning because it's a part of learning curve. But if you try to resolve the same issue 3, 4, or even more times, it can become really frustrating and you can really get stuck. No surprise, the procrastination will step in and start to use your precious time. Now, all these situations when you're getting stuck will always happen and there is nothing you can do about it. But the great strategy that you can use is to have a list with other priority tasks that you have to do. And when you start to notice that you're getting stuck, you have to quickly jump to the next priority task before procrastination hits you hard. The big idea number 3. Connection. One of the very basic human needs is a connection. We all want to stay connected with other human beings. Connecting with other people make us feel fulfilled and acknowledged. I mean, striving for the goals is motivating, but in the long run, everybody wants a human connection. That's why I built a group of friends that inspire me and that has a similar goals as I do. I like to use WhatsApp voice messages to stay in touch with those friends. And by doing that, we inspire each other. Hey Luis, I hope you're well. I'm just working on my latest video episode for YouTube, and then I'm gonna have a quick lunch, and then I will be working on my weekend's biggest task, which is content strategy. So I hope you're well. Please let me know how you're doing. Bye. The big idea number 4. Start your day with the most hardest task first. One of the best and most important things that you can do is to start your day with the most hardest task first. Now, you might think that you should start with the easier tasks because they take less time and they're quicker, but that's not simply the right thing to do. It is indeed true that the smaller tasks will be quicker and will take less time. But the problem is that as human beings, we have most willpower, energy and focus very first thing when we wake up. So what it means is if you're gonna start your day by doing small tasks, they will take you some time and then you will end up with a bigger task at the end of the day. And what will happen is there is a big chance that you will procrastinate and probably won't get it done because it's gonna be so much harder to focus and be motivated because it's already end of the day. So I strongly suggest for you to start your day with the most hardest task first. The big idea number 5. prioritize your task list. You probably have a to-do list where you write all the things down what you need to get done that day. But often this list grows beyond a manageable, and this is where the prioritization should come in. One thing to understand is that just because you have more items on the list, that does not mean that you're gonna get more things done. I think it works opposite way around. More things you have on the list, less things you're gonna get done. Because the thing is, you're gonna feel disencouraged if you have a huge list of the items that you have to complete and you don't know even where to start. So that's why I encourage you to put fewer items, make them clear what you want to achieve with them, and then get focused on them. This is how you can avoid procrastination and focus on the things to get them done. I hope that these techniques have given you some idea to look at the procrastination from different point of view. I also hope that you feel inspired to take some action, and that's why I prepared a new 7-day challenge sheet so you can beat that procrastination. As we already discussed, one of the quickest ways to deal with procrastination is to start your day with the hardest task first. And as you will see, if you do that, the rest of the day will fly. So each morning, write down on the challenge sheet your most important task and make sure you complete it before doing anything else. To get your challenge sheet, go to the description box below and download it from there. If you have already joined a 7-day challenge sheet program in any of the previous episodes, then you don't have to do anything and your challenge sheet should be in box right now. I will be doing a new episode with a new challenge sheet each week. So if you don't want to miss any upcoming episodes, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. This was me, Janis from Driven by Goal, helping you to achieve your goals. And I'll see you guys in another episode. Bye.